We should move out, Mousy. The Rat King isn't going to lie down and die without our help.
Charges? I always knew that you had something explosive hidden inside of you, Professor Kimunu. Just be very careful, love. Once you help someone, you can easily become responsible for them.
Good. Okay, Sashko. I'm in position.
You should find the place, no problem. It's in a one-way story building on the perimeter of the Muscovy.
I think I know where it is.
Welcome, welcome. Fancy some trading?
I have to ask. We're in the middle of nowhere. What are you even doing out here?
Out here, everything is in the middle of nowhere, my friend. Sometimes you need to get off the beaten path to find a solid business opportunity. I learned that from Warren Buffett.
You've met Warren Buffett?
No. I've watched his motivational videos on YouTube, though. Basically the same thing.
I'm looking for someone. Perhaps you've heard her name. Tatiana. Tatiana Amelieva. She used to work at the power plant. She went missing 30 years ago.
I'm sorry, my friend. It's been a while since I've seen a woman. I've been too busy.
Busy? With what?
With creating a new world of opportunities, my friend. I'm like Gordon Gekko, only smarter. And like Jack Ma, only more hardworking. I'm gonna build my commercial empire on the ashes of Chernobyl in no time.
Good luck. All right, show me what you've got, Mr. Invisible Hand. I think I've done enough trading. Do you buy goods?
Sure. Actually, I'm looking for a few things right now.
I think... Good luck building your fortune, Mr. Invisible Hand.
Haha, thanks. But I'll make my own luck.
Stop right there. You're on Pripyat Bradford turf now.
You can help me, friend. I'm looking for a woman. Her name's Tatiana Amelieva.
Tatiana? Ah, a beautiful name. She sounds like a beautiful woman. Tell me, you have some photos?
No. I had one, but
Too bad. I've never heard of her. She's your woman, right? Love. I was in love once. Ksenia. Oh, what a woman she was. She promised to cut my balls off if I ever betrayed her.
And did she?
What a funny guy you are. I already like you. Nah, she didn't. She dumped me. But she said I was too smart for her.
Anything interesting going on around here lately?
Well, there's something fishy happening in the power plant. Those NAR fuckers have been running around like crazy lately. And there's this creepy fuck with a black mask hunting for something. Whatever it is, it's bad for business. He leaves me alone, but he scares my customers.
So you do have other customers?
What did I just say? That fucker's been scaring them away. If it wasn't for him, this place would be busier than the Izmailovsky market.
You mentioned something about trade. What kind of things do you have? What about this, box of loot?
That'll be one food ration.
Sure thing.
Here you go. It's just for you.
I better be going now.
Bratva forever, Igor!
What the fuck am I doing here, huh?
Sashko, I found the plastique box, but it's empty. There are some droppings and... is it possible rats took your charges?
Well, shit, those sneaky bastards must have been really hungry.
Now what?
Well, no charges means more work for me and also more work for you. I can make the compound from scratch, but that means I'll need the ingredients from somewhere else. But first, we need to take care of the rat problem.
What do you mean?
You got the detonator? Press the button.
Why would I do that?
To blow these bastards to Rat Kingdom come. I don't want them running around with my charges.
Slow down. You have no idea where those explosive rats of yours are. They could be under the floor or in the walls. I don't harbor any secret love for rats, believe me, but this is just stupid.
I'm done with your whole living dangerously routine. I'm not going to do it.
Too bad.
Do you have any sense at all?
Whatever. Do what you want.
Where do you even come up with this shit?
It's not a real detonator. It's just a prop. I was just messing with you, Professor. Trust me, I wouldn't risk the life of my brave companion like that. But you still need to go to find my other stash and bring me the components I need. It's right next to the connector.
Spread out and search the area. Keep an eye out for the explosives.
Sashko, I found the building, but it's crawling with NAR soldiers. Looks like they know about the stash. Any ideas?
Fuckers, they must have spotted me earlier.
A little heads up would be appreciated next time.
Hey, you got this, man. You're better at this shit than you give yourself credit for.
Thanks, but
You're breaking up. I'm losing signal. Igor, signal.
Sashko! Sashko! Damn it!
I found your components.
Glad to hear it. For a moment there, I thought I might lose my favorite partner in crime.
That's supposed to be humor, Sashko. Not bad for a first try.
I should have taken the job at my father-in-law's factory. Shit.
Ah! Good.
I'd like to exchange a bullet for some scrap. Did you find anything really valuable?
Take a look, son.
See you later.
Run the list again.
I must be tired. This doll isn't really talking, is it?
You're making a big mistake. Why did you come here? Watch out for him. He can do you serious harm. You will only find pain here.
No, no fucking way I'm abandoning Tatiana now.
He is coming, Igor. He's close.
Sashko, you know the difference between dynamite and nitroglycerin? I need you to be more stable, like dynamite, and less like nitroglycerin, which will just blow a person to hell for no reason.
You want to make an omelet? You gotta crack a few skulls. Am I right?
If you know so much about eggs, how about helping out with the cooking?
Nah, that's your department. I'll stick to what I'm good at. Blowing shit up.
Namaste, Igor.
And good day to you, Mikhail. I saw you fooling around with some cards earlier. Are you a gambling man?
These are tarot cards.
Huh? Are you moonlighting as a gypsy? Where's your crystal ball?
Oh, let me think where I left it. Oh, now I remember. It's up your asshole. You don't like anything that doesn't fit with your mind-numbing scientific worldview, right?
I don't like superstitious nonsense without any basis in reason or fact.
You can bet your skinny little ass there are things around here that can't be easily explained. You should keep an open mind instead of just burying your face in books. The tarot can be a powerful fucking tool if you let it.
Okay, I'll bite. What does the tarot say?
I actually already pulled a card for you today. The Lovers. Nice. This card can have multiple meanings. There's the obvious one.
Me and Tatiana?
Very good. But it also means having to make a choice. One that will have consequences you cannot foresee. I'd have to pull a second card to get into it. Should I do that, Igor?
I think I'll stick with my mind-numbing scientific worldview. Thanks anyway.
I can't take it anymore. I don't want to. The torture, the suffering.
What's happening? Is it a vision?
I see a woman. A young woman. She's in so much pain.
What?
The rats got to her. They tied her to a tree. They're eating her alive. No. I can't watch. They're cutting into her. They're gnawing on her flesh, lapping up her blood.
What are you babbling about? You're not making any sense.
They are so hungry, these rats. Oh, you cannot believe what hunger will drive a living being to do. The Gulag and the Xeno Island. Thousands of little city mice sent on a voyage to hell. My father was there.
It rings a bell, but wasn't that before the war?
Makes no difference, Mousy. Past, present, future. All are the same in the eyes of the Rat King.
Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry about your father.
3 meals are all that separate us from the rats, Igor. Crazed with hunger.
You and your damned rats.
Howdy, Igor.
Hello, Olga. What's on your mind?
Do we have any fresh fish?
What? Why would you even ask that?
I'm sick of canned food. I can't remember the last time we had something fresh.
Okay. I'll let you know if I stumble across some clam chowder or caviar. Maybe you'd like a nice Chardonnay to wash it down?
There's no call to be a wise ass. I know very well what can and cannot be found in the zone. But what would you say about setting up a fish farm?
A fish farm?
Yep, we could all use more protein in our diet.
Funny you should mention it. When I started working at the Chernobyl power plant, there was a rumor about the KGB breeding fish in the cooling pools.
Really? Did the fish get big?
Sure, huge. And they came pre-seasoned too, with strontium-90. Not edible. I wouldn't chance fish farming anywhere in Pripyat, even today.
I guess that means I'm stuck with cans.
You and me both, sister.
Any new developments, Professor?
Slowly getting there, I guess. Yeah, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Shoot.
What do you think about Olga?
Playing matchmaker, Kimnyuk? I thought you were a serious science type.
I'm just curious.
Normally, I'd say it's none of your business, 'cause it ain't. But I like you, Igor, so... Yeah, I do like her. She's cool. She's got her own special swagger. But I can't allow myself any distractions right now.
Gotcha.
Besides, I don't think she's available, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Just don't wait too long, Sashko. Life is short, and no one knows what tomorrow will bring.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Cut it with a melodrama, Kimnyuk. Really doesn't suit you. We'll be just fine.
Hey, Igor. How are you?
I'm all right. What about you? Have you started to regret joining our little suicide squad yet?
No way. I live for this kind of thing. And since Anton's death, it's personal for me now.
Hopefully you won't change your mind. Shadows, NAR, Chernobylight, it's all a bit overwhelming.
Years ago, I met a young pirate. Just a kid, really. I was part of a team retaking a hijacked cruise ship off the Somali coast. The kid's colleagues chained him to a machine gun so he couldn't escape, and told him to shoot anyone trying to board the ship. He was so scared when he saw us, he froze in place. The chain was too thick for us to cut, and we didn't know what to do with him. There was no way in hell we could turn our backs on a PKM. I could have knocked him unconscious, but a blow to the head with a rifle butt could just as easily kill him. So I did the only thing I could. I unloaded his weapon and broke the boy's fingers. On both hands, to be safe. When it was over, we brought him back to Canada. Trudeau found him a nice foster family. I understand you feel responsible for this mission, Igor, but I also have a stake in this. Trust me, I will do whatever it takes to see this through. Whatever it takes.
What's the plan, Kim-Yu?
We need to talk, Igor.
I'm all ears.
Got some intel that needs acting on. NAR is preparing a huge shipment of munitions, maybe food as well. We can't let this opportunity go.
Oh, you're not wasting any time on that radio, huh? Sure, I'll look into it.
Looks like your mentor sold you out. Or perhaps he was involved in all of this from the beginning. Regardless, he's clearly no longer your friend. He set a trap for you, Igor. What are you gonna do about it?
Welcome, welcome. Fancy some trading?
I have to ask. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Out here, everything, sometimes, I learned that from Warren...
You've met Warren Buffett? All right. I think I've done... Do you bike?
Sure.
I think I've... Good luck building your...
I could use a smoke.
This is so fucking surreal. Those things can go through walls. I saw it with my own eyes. But this one is trapped in a simple cage. What was that supposed to be? The green crystals?
Before you jump to any conclusions, I can explain.
You've been behind this the whole time. Enough of your games.
What are you talking about? You know me. I helped you. I helped Tatiana.
Don't you dare bring Tatiana into this. Don't you fucking dare! I know you're hiding things from me.
You're acting irrational, my dear boy. This isn't you. If only you knew the extent of my discoveries, my plans for the future.
I don't care about the future. I care about the truth. But I'm going to get it out of you, one way or another.
Igor, please. Let's talk this out calmly, like men of science.
What's NAR's interest in Chernobylight?
Their interest is in a potentially trillion-dollar business. I trust I don't need to explain the possibilities of a nearly unlimited energy source.
I don't care about that. They're keeping Tatiana here against her will, aren't they? Why? Where is she?
Tatiana is a patient. A very valuable one. That's what's keeping her safe. At least for the time being. NAR has done some despicable things, I give you that. They've conducted some questionable experiments on human subjects. But Tanya is different. She's special.
I researched Chernobylight myself. It has many potential applications. What are you and your NAR overlords planning to do with it?
I know you did. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. The catastrophe of 1986 was a great gift for humanity. One of the greatest.
What are you talking about?
Chernobylight opened a door to something that will change the history of mankind forever. Forever!
Energy capable of creating a singularity, multiple singularities, and tunnels between them.
More than that, it gives us access to the ones already in existence. It's like an autonomous vehicle that can take you anywhere in time and space, complete with maps. The first such route is already in place. We just need to make sure it's safe.
Tatiana Amelieva. You acted like you had no idea what happened to her. But she's been here this whole time, hasn't she?
Yes. I cannot deny it, but please, you don't know all the facts.
God in heaven. Is there not a single shred of decency left in you?
I could tell you things that would turn your whole life upside down. But I don't want that. I can't have you falling apart. Don't you understand? I need you.
What are you saying?
I need you here. You're going to help me save her.
I will ask you one last time. Where is Tatiana?
Igor, please. Listen to reason.
Do you want to learn about your personal threshold for pain? I said talk!
All right. But it's still Kozlov's fault. You have to believe me. Tanya is in the power plant, I swear it. Kozlov is keeping her there. Listen to me, Igor. This is important. You understand that what I'm trying to accomplish here is bigger than you or me.
Shut your goddamn mouth! I can't listen to any more of your excuses.
You can't leave him alive, Mousy. He will thwart our plan. He will bring about the end of the world and the reign of the Rat King.
Don't do anything you'll regret later, Igor. You're better than them. Remember that. More practically speaking, you might need the old bastard later.
I know the safest thing to do is to kill you, but I'm leaving you alive, against my better judgment.
Thank you. You won't regret this, Igor.
Oh, that remains to be seen. We will talk again. And when we do, I expect your full cooperation.
Absolutely. Go find Tatiana in the power plant. After, we can talk.
Finally, some definitive proof. Tatiana is at the power plant.
Hey, Igor, I did some recon for you. The way's clear, but the main task you'll have to complete yourself. I also found something really useful.
Do you have a second, Igor?
Sure. Sure, what's going on?
I've been thinking about my family and my childhood in Minsk. My mom relocated to Pripyat after my father died of cancer.
Wasn't she afraid to bring you here? You must have been a teenager then.
Oh yeah, I was a teenager, all right. A smart-ass little rebel in combat boots and goth makeup. My mom wanted to leave me behind with relatives, but I wasn't having it.
You were brave.
I was a goddamn stubborn, lippy kid. That's who I was. My mom, on the other hand, she was a loving and caring soul. She thought of only others, never about herself. She came to the zone to help, and I followed. But now that she's gone, I'm starting to question my own reasons for being here. Sorry, I don't usually get sentimental like this.
That's okay. Sometimes we spend so long chasing something we forget while we're chasing it in the first place.
You're right. Maybe it's time for me to sit down and give it all a hard think. You should do the same.
Hey, Igor. Can we talk?
Sure. What's up?
I've seen some weird shit in my time. But I just can't get used to being inside... how to put it?
Inside the space-time tunnel, connecting singularities.
You're doing it again.
Doing what?
Using fancy science jargon that means nothing to me. I'm not a scientist.
Sorry, force of habit. The physics of this phenomena is very complex, even for me. Trust me on that.
Or maybe you're just keeping things from us.
Ridiculous. Why would I do that?
Because knowledge is power. Or maybe because this thing, this Chernobylight, might open a gate to hell. And you don't want anyone to know.
Still ridiculous.
Is it? You're like a sorcerer holding a key to the mystery of the world. Who knows? Maybe you'll end up a prophet, the time-traveling mystic of the zone.
I believe in science, not magic.
To the common man, they might as well be the same thing, my friend.
Hey there, boss man. Got a minute?
Sure. What is it?
I need to ask you something, Igor. And you have to be absolutely fucking straight with me.
Whoa, Mikhail. Should I be scared?
No, but I need you to really take me seriously. I sometimes get the feeling that you don't. What are your plans with NAR and Kozlov?
I don't know yet. Why?
Because I've got a feeling that you'd be willing to parlay with them, even come to some kind of agreement. And I want to make sure you understand that I won't fucking allow it.
Is that so? What would you have me do, Mikhail?
Annihilate the motherfuckers, that's what I'd have you do! Hang Kozlov from the highest branch of the tallest tree in Pripyat!
Look, I came here to find Tatiana. That's what matters to me.
Right. That's what matters to you. And what about me?
There's a lot of anger in you, Mikhail. I get it, but...
But what? But your motherfucking pain is better than mine? You pose as a cool and level-headed guy, but sometimes you act like an egocentric prick.
What do you want from me, Mikhail?
Tatiana is your goal, not mine. I will have my closure, and I'll have my revenge. You have no problem using me for your mission whenever it suits you. There may come a time when I use you for mine.
Please, just try and cool off. Don't do anything rash.
No promises, Professor. No fucking promises.
Hey there, old-timer. What's cooking?
Nothing much. I need to remember to check the dosimeters.
Ain't radiation a stone-cold bitch? That raggedy-ass old man, the other one, I mean, was rambling about it not too long ago.
About what?
About Pripyat being contaminated even before the Chernobyl disaster. You're a scientist. Is there any truth to it?
Tarakan may not be the most reliable source of information in the zone, but in this case, he might be right.
Explain.
For starters, the choice of Pripyat as a location for a nuclear power plant was a mistake.
Was it? It's fairly secluded. Nothing but woods and swamps. Perfect spot to keep things secret.
Swamps, exactly. Swampland is very poor in certain minerals and elements. Same goes for the vegetation in this whole area. Because of this, the local plants absorb pretty much everything very quickly. Even if it's poisonous, like, for example, the radioactive isotope of iodine. Also, both the Soviet Union and some NATO countries have been testing nuclear weapons like crazy since the 50s, pushing millions of tons of radioactive fallout into the atmosphere.
Right, I watched something about that on YouTube. Castle Bravo, Tsar Bomber, serious shit.
And it only intensified leading up to 1963. The nuclear players wanted to conduct as many tests as possible before the PTBT came into effect.
PTBT?
The Partial Test Ban Treaty, an agreement between the USSR and the West that nuclear testing should be conducted underground only. But hundreds of nuclear explosions had already polluted the atmosphere all over the world, including over Chernobyl. If someone had bothered to take a Geiger reading of the marshes around Pripyat before building the power plant, they'd have found out it was already irradiated.
Unfucking believable.
They are close, Mousy. I can hear them screeching under the floor. Filthy rodents.
Rats, you mean? You think those furry buggers can eat through a concrete wall?
But something is amiss. The Rat King. I can't hear him anymore.
Is he gone?
He's never truly gone. But sometimes he goes away. And then it's like...
What?
It's like the cobwebs are all blown away. I can think clearly for a moment. And I remember... things.
What do you remember?
A hospital. People in white gowns. A madman strapped to a gurney, screaming in terror. And myself. I'm strapped down too. Why are you doing this? I don't belong here. Let me out.
Calm down. Everything's going to be fine. It's all in the past now.
You can't keep me here against my wishes.
Tarakan, please. You're safe now.
What? Where am I?
Mikhail's warehouse. You're safe.
Nobody is safe from the Rat King, little mouse. Not ever. Don't you ever forget that.
Ah, yes. Our old friend, the Rat King. I guess everything's back to normal then. Hey there, Tarakan. I was wondering if there's anything you'd like to teach me.
But of course. I have been blessed with the wisdom of the great rat catcher. And I've also spent a lot of time in the zone. I can give you some pointers.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
Time for another lesson, Mousy. I'm going to teach you how to use resources more effectively. If you're willing to learn, that is. It's about looking at the big picture, understanding the correct ratio of components, and knowing how to substitute one item for another. Crafting stuff is not just about memorizing blueprints. I will demonstrate this by helping you assemble a firearm. Pay attention and follow my instructions to the letter, Mousy. You know the drill. Find 10 ingredients. They are very well hidden this time. Just don't let me fall asleep waiting for your return. I'm getting very drowsy here, Mousy. Get back here and I'll show you how to assemble a gun using fewer components. Now approach the gunsmithing bench. A true gunsmith knows his weapon by heart. He understands what each component does and exactly how it affects the others. But at the same time, he sees the weapon as a whole, almost as a living organism that grows and evolves. That's the real secret of creating the perfect enhancement for your weapon. Good, good, you got it! Maybe your PhDs were not a complete waste of time. You impress me, Mousy. You will make a great addition to the great rat catcher's army. Hey, Mousy. Have you ever heard the story of the wolf in sheep's clothing?
Yes?
What if it was a mousy in rat's clothing? Or a hare in hunter's clothing? How do you like that?
I'm not sure it's the same.
Of course it is. Sometimes you need to change your skin to stay hidden amongst your enemies.
You're talking about a disguise.
A disguise? Sure. I have some useful items stashed in my hideout. The uniforms used by the Rat King's top minions, for example. Then you will look like them and smell like them.
An NAR officer's uniform would definitely be useful.
Look in the building adjacent to the Duggar radar building. 3rd floor. I laid some traps, so watch out for them, Mousy. These traps kill rats and mousies alike. Memorize this rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A hunter went out for a walk. Suddenly, a hare appeared and shot him down. Bang, bang! Oh, oh, oh! The hunter is going to die. He's crawling back home, saying, "Bury me deep and let me lie."
It's the other way around. The hunter shot the hare. 1, 2, 3. Every kid in the country knows that rhyme.
It beats a password that anyone can copy. Also, here's the key, so you don't have to break in like a common thief.
Olivier wants to play soldiers, Igor. For him, everything is war. And the spoils of war. What about you, my darling? What is your mission? The NAR doesn't care about anything or anyone. Deaths are just numbers on a page for that greedy corporate beast. And the beast won't allow you to pull out its teeth so easily. Let's leave this place forever, Igor. Let's just go, please.
Leave? But where would we go?
Anywhere. America or Western Europe. With your brilliance and my charm, we could live any place we want.
Well, that's a dangerous fantasy, Tanya. The kind that could get us arrested. You know that. Our life is here now.
This life, as you call it, is going to be the death of us one day.
What the fuck am I doing here, huh? Stupid job. And I was stupid enough to take it. I wonder what my wife is doing right now. Probably hanging out.
Olivier, I'm up on the roof. There's a signal flare in the distance.
I assume it's red?
Yes.
Must be the drop zone. That's your target. Time to roll. Good luck.
Yes, sir, Olivier, sir.
Anton was a good guy, so let's do our best. For him. Try to keep a low profile out there. Don't let NAR spot you, and don't take more than you can easily carry.
Olivier, I can see the crates. It looks promising.
Well done. I know you worked hard for this, but don't get greedy. Remember, low profile. Don't listen to that soldier boy. Fuck low profile. Remember the pointers I gave you, Igor. Be a pro. Igor, any ammo you leave behind, they're gonna use to shoot you in the ass. Blow that shit sky high.
Olivier's right. Causing an uproar when it's not completely necessary won't help our mission.
Stop right there. You're on Pripyat Bradford turf now.
Anything interesting going on around here lately?
Well, there's something fishy happening in the power plant. Those NAR fuckers have been running around like crazy lately. And there's this creepy fuck with a black mask hunting for something. Whatever it is, it's bad for business. He leaves me alone, but he scares my customers.
So you do have other customers?
What did I just say? That fucker's been scaring him away. If it wasn't for him, this place would be busier than the Izmailovsky market.
You mentioned something about trade. What kind of things do you have? What about this, box of loot?
That'll be one food ration.
Sure thing.
Here you go. It's just for you.
I better be going now.
Bratva forever, Igor.
Stay away from rats, Mousy.
For sure. I can't stand those furry little ankle biters.
We'll build an aeroplane. We'll soar above the forests. We'll soar above the forests. And then we'll come back to Mama. But Mama isn't there anymore. Where is Mama?
You're always creeping me out, Tarakan.
Mama was taken by the Rat King. 1, 2, 3. The Rat King is always watching.
Taken where?
To Ozersk. Mama was a chemical engineer. She helped build the power source for the very first Rat King.
Ozersk? City 40?
The Rat King gave the order to hundreds of thousands of mice. And the poor little creatures kept on digging, 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 digging. In the rain, in the mud, in the snow, in the freezing cold. Many died. When the big hole was finally ready, they built the device.
Your mum was there?
Then she vanished. She turned into stardust. They always do. Mama was close. Close enough to see everything. She was discovering the mysteries of the Rat King's energy. The key to Chernobylight.
I'm sorry, Tarakan. I know how it feels to lose someone you love.
Hello.
Olivier, something you wanted to talk about?
Someone. What do you make of this Tarakan guy?
I don't know yet. He's a very complicated personality.
Complicated, huh? That's a cute way to say insane.
Well, that certainly is a possibility. But he also knows a lot about NAR, the Shadows, and the incident. Maybe even more than we do. We cannot ignore that.
You think his grotesque costume, the fetishes, and manic blathering are some kind of act?
Maybe. Maybe he's just got an overdeveloped sense of humor or something.
Fuck his sense of humor. Over the many years I've spent in the field, I've developed a kind of sixth sense. A gut feeling about people. Right now, my gut is telling me there's something sketchy about this guy.
Maybe your gut is just hungry. Did you consider that?
I'm glad your sense of humor is intact, Kiminyuk. But if Tarakan endangers our mission in any way, I hope you kick his shaggy shamanic ass out of our base.
Hi, Igor. Is there something you wanted to ask me? I've got time.
Is Sasko a Ukrainian name?
My name was Sasha before. My mother was Ukrainian. My deadliest no-good drunken excuse for a father was Russian. And I was born and raised in Moscow. I learned everything there was to know about the city's dark underbelly. I mastered surviving on the streets, became part of a gang, fended for myself, but I didn't do it alone. We always had each other, me and my brother Ruslan.
I'm sorry. No kid should have to live that way.
That's what happens when you trust the system. In the end, you can only rely on yourself and your comrades.
What happened to Ruslan? Why isn't he with you?
I'm still looking for him. It's a long story. I just need to figure out my next steps.
Sure. I'll help out if I can.
What's up, Professor?
I'm thinking about our next move.
I'm tired of all this thinking and planning. When are we gonna get up off our hands and do something? We should be out there, giving NAR 9 kinds of hell.
Do you really hate them that much?
I don't hate all of them. I even have a few contacts who help me with trade. But on the whole, NAR is pure evil. They should be destroyed, pulverized, eradicated, buried, wiped off the face of the earth.
That sounds a lot like hate.
They took my mom and my friends from me. Those fuckers capitalized on human misery. What could be lower than that? Rented the area from a corrupt government to make billions of dollars on unknown, untested technology? And then they have your Tatiana. Should I keep going?
Right. Yes. Tatiana's why I'm here. And if I find out they did something to her, they will pay. But bringing down NAR is not my priority. I'm not here to make the world a better place.
But you should be. I don't get it. I could never understand why your generation made a pact with the devil.
What would you have me do instead?
Shoot the devil in the face, preferably with both barrels of a sawed-off over-under.
In the area you're so nostalgic for, you could be arrested for nothing whatsoever. Speaking out of turn, or purchasing bread without your ration card. And they'd round up your family too. In order to survive, you compromise. Sometimes that compromise is ugly.
I would have fought against my oppressors.
You'd have done shit. The KGB would have thrown your ass in Lubyanka in less time than it takes to buy a counterfeit watch in Red Square. But times are changing, I guess. Perhaps your generation will usher in the change we need, Olga.
Hail and well met, old chap.
Hi, Mikhail. What's up?
Ever heard of Pamir?
Sounds familiar. Wasn't that a mobile nuclear power plant?
Chernobyl on wheels, yeah? How cool is that?
Doesn't sound very cool when you put it like that.
Imagine this, a convoy of 4 big-ass heavy trailers. One with a reactor, one with the gas turbine, one with the control room, and one for housing the staff. 5 years worth of fuel. If we had one of those here, we could power our base for as long as we need.
Right. I remember now. This monstrosity was developed by the Belarusian Academy of Sciences Institute of Nuclear Energy in the 80s. Another fantastic idea that came to nothing. And after the Chernobyl disaster, the people of the Soviet Union weren't so keen on gambling with their health, so they scrapped it.
I still think it was cool. Kinda like in Mad Max.
Mad what? Anyway, don't worry about our power supply. I can always build more generators.
Sure. But I'd still take Chernobyl on wheels over a dozen generators. Igor, I've got to talk to you. Some serious shit is about to go down.
What is it this time?
One of the big fish is flying into Kapachi. We have a chance to intercept him. We have to act on this intel now.
How did you come to find out about this fish of yours?
I've got a lot of contacts here, you know that. I usually try to keep a low profile, but an opportunity like this may not present itself again for quite a while.
Well, this could be useful.
It is 100% worth a shot. Imagine what kind of intel we can squeeze out of this guy. Just go over there and check it out for yourself, okay? I know a good vantage point.
All right. But let's make one thing clear first. I'll do the talking. I've got a feeling this big fish might not survive your squeezing.
Sure. Whatever you say, boss. I'll mark the location on your map.
All these years in the zone and all that Tatakan has to show for it are some officers' uniforms? Be careful, Igor. Don't end up as rat bait.
Who? Oh, it's you.
So, this is how you get your goods, huh? Gordon Gecko my ass.
Wait, it's not like that.
Don't bullshit me. I heard the gunshot.
I'm not a murderer. You have to believe me. This dude was already a goner. I put him out of his misery. It was mercy.
You could have tried to help him instead. I wonder how your other customers will react to this. Or maybe you just shoot them too.
What? No, of course not. Look, out here, you need to take opportunities whenever you see them. Otherwise, you'll never make it. How about you forget you saw me, and next time, I might have something extra for you.
Fine. I guess I can't really blame you. We're all trying to survive.
We've got a deal then.
Good luck building your fortune.
Into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. 'Tis the coziest little parlor you ever did spy. Finish the sentence or die, little fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A hunter went out for a walk.
Huh, that's right. You're safe for now. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair. I have many curious things to show you when you are there. Here comes another riddle for you, pesky fly. Suddenly, a hare appeared.
And shot him down.
Correct. Oh, you are one lucky insect. Oh, no, said the little fly. To ask me is in vain. For who goes up your winding stair can ne'er come down again. A verse for you. Bang, bang, hoo, hoo, hoo.
The hunter is going to die.
You really are something, you filthy fly. You've come further than I had guessed. But this ends soon. I'm sure you must be weary, dear, soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. Now, pay attention. He was crawling back home
saying, bury me deep and let me lie.
I can't believe you've made it, you sneaky fly. Well, come into my parlor. Enjoy.
Officer's stripes. I'm sure these will look good on me.
One more thing. My computer. I have over 10 gigs of findings concerning Chernobylight.
Great. What am I supposed to do about it?
You know how to use Norton Commander? Launch the Rat King program. It will compress the files and upload them to the cloud. This may take some time. It's a 486DX processor with 512 kilobytes of RAM.
Well, that will take hours.
I'm no fucking black hat, but that's way too risky. Let's burn the place down and get the hell out of there.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Walk me through it, Tarakan.
Unlock the computer and type Rat King Death, all uppercase. This will activate the hidden .bat file.
God, I do love the 90s.
This is a fucking mistake.
Okay, here we go. Looks like the Black Stalker is enhanced somehow by Chernobylight. The NER put him in charge of safeguarding their science secrets. I thought keeping you close was supposed to increase my chances of survival, not put me in the ground. What the hell was that?
I gave you what you needed to disarm the traps, and you did fine. I'm proud of you, Mousy.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're on my side. Thanks for nothing.
The sharpest sword must be forged in the hottest fires of hell. Soon you will see it wasn't for nothing, Mousy.
All these documents and research, where did it come from?
Next to the garbage incinerator. The woman in the red dress told me where to look.
Are you kidding me?
Not at all. I guess somebody fell asleep on the job. Nobody's perfect, Mousy, not even the Rat King's lackeys.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Stop calling me sir. What do you want, Mikhail?
I'm just fucking teasing you, man, because I'm bored. You used to live in England, didn't you? Eating your full English breakfast, drinking Darjeeling tea, scooting around in your Aston Martin, sipping martinis, mingling with high society. A regular James fucking Bond.
I ate porridge for breakfast, for Christ's sake.
Relax, I'm kidding. I did a piece of business with some Brits once. Good blokes. They drank Stolichnaya with Red Bull. Loopy fuckers.
Why are you wasting my time, Mikhail?
I knew a guy once, when I used to do business in Moscow. This guy wasn't a Brit, he was Scottish. I think his name was Daniel. He was absolutely fascinated by the Moscow sewers. Daniel was looking for a guide, so I took him on a tour of the underground, told him some really top-drawer fucking tales. About nuclear bunkers under the Moskva River where Putin will hide when the zombie apocalypse comes. About the lizard people from Zeta Reticuli controlling the amount of sugar in your Starbucks coffee. He was a tad skeptical, though. Reminds me of you. And that worries me.
Why?
You've spent too much time in the rotten capitalistic West, comrade. You know what I mean. Anyway, I hope our humble way of life isn't too much of a shock for you.
Oh, trust me. I'll always be Ukrainian in my heart.
Great! I'll drink to that. Yeah, as soon as I find something better to drink, that is.
Mikhail, you've been a...
Perhaps a fuck gathering and prepare...
Actually...
What's up, Igor?
Tell me about your time with Yura Kirpish.
Why the interest all of a sudden?
You tested me because you wanted to know who you were working with. Now, I'd like to know more about you.
Fair enough. Well, I did a few things I regret.
Like what?
The businessy term for its goods redistribution.
You stole from the rich and gave unto yourself?
Not myself. We used to have a, guess you would call it a fund. Something like a joint bank account. Everyone had to contribute. It was used to pay for our wages and bribe the police, but also to help anyone struggling, living in poverty. Yuri Kipish is one nasty motherfucker. He also takes care of his neighborhood.
He sounds like a real hero.
You don't get it. How could you? You never wondered where you were going to sleep at night or when you'd get to eat next?
A lot of people are born into poverty. They don't all become criminals.
A lot of people are living a life of quiet desperation. I don't agree with that. I don't give a rat's ass about other people's rights and wrongs. I define my own morality. Never ask for anything and make your own luck. That's my motto.
That's pretty dark. I guess you don't have much hope for humanity.
Oh, I do. I hope it fucks itself over for good one day. Once and for all.
Hey.
About what? Living on the street? I can show you.
Hey?
Do you have a moment?
What's on your mind, Olga?
I was thinking about an old woman I used to know, Alina. She lived in our village. She had so many stories to share. About the revolution of 1917, collectivization, the Great Famine, Nazi tanks rolling through the marshes, her husband dying in the Great Patriotic War, persecution by the NKVD, the Chernobyl disaster.
Fascinating. She must have been at least 100 years old.
She was very old indeed. Nothing could shake her. She never stopped wandering the woods and marshes of Pripyat gathering herbs and mushrooms. Until the lurkers killed her. Such a pointless death.
I'm sorry. She must have been a very brave woman.
I asked her once, what kept her going through all those dark years? Do you know what she said? I wanted to live. It was as simple as that. Life is precious, and you only get to go around once. So I want to make mine count. Do you understand? I'm not dying because of a stupid mistake.
Hopefully we can avoid that, and you'll lead a long and productive life once we're finished here.
Well, as my stepdad Matvey would say, nobody wants to exit the stage, but everyone does, eventually.
Hi, Olga.
I'd be glad to.
Actually...
I can hear his voice again, Mousy. He whispers.
The Rat King is talking to you.
I wouldn't call it talking necessarily. It's more like a feeling of impending doom. Terror. It's always there, rustling about in the shadows. I can feel its gaze upon me, inhuman, infernal, like something from the void.
Who is the Rat King?
Bet you ask, what is the Rat King? Its mind is beyond the comprehension of us mortals, Mouse.
But surely I can do something to help.
You are helping, Mousy. Yes, of course you are helping. You are my right hand in the struggle against Rat King's forces. But the final battle will be mine, and mine alone.
Why?
As the poet said, the best laid plans of mice and men often go to shit.
I see. And I'm the mouse in this quote?
Why wouldn't you be, Mousy?
Want to hang out for a bit?
Yeah, good idea. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
Actually,
Why don't you tell me about yourself? You're from Canada, right?
Yeah. My grandfather moved there from Ukraine when that was still an option. I grew up in a military family with military traditions. You might say my upbringing was as straight as the barrel of a gun. It was as much a curse as it was a blessing.
No family's perfect, I guess.
Our fathers keep tormenting us long after they've passed. Isn't that so? You know what's worse than being raised by a control freak? Being raised by a control freak who's also a former army colonel and a goddamn millionaire.
Sounds like you had a lot of expectations to meet.
Oh, yeah. But whatever I did, it was never good enough. Not even after I made it into JTF-2, the top of the top. An elite unit of the Canadian Army. But I wouldn't give up. I was relentless. I was eventually promoted to my own command, and then disaster struck. We were ambushed near Raqqa in Syria, and everyone was shot to pieces. Except me. Every day. I think if only I could go back and change what happened.
I'm sorry, Olivier. That must have been hard.
It still is. I never went home afterwards. Everyone thinks I'm KIA. I'd rather be a dead hero back in Canada than a living failure.
Well, that's quite a story. I know you'll find a way to deal with your past, Olivier. You're strong enough.
Hey there, old-timer. I need you to do something for me.
I'm all ears.
You know I came here to Chernobyl looking for someone.
You mentioned a brother.
Yeah, Ruslan. We grew up together in Moscow. We had to fend for ourselves from an early age.
So you were, like, gangbangers?
The proper term is thieves-in-law, but you don't need to know that.
So why is Ruslan even here?
It's a long story, but our father was a cop. Like a lot of cops, he was a real piece of shit. He beat our mother every time he got drunk, which was always. But I'll never forget the last time. He took a swing at my head with a lead pipe. But this time it didn't connect. I wasn't a helpless little shit anymore, and neither was Ruslan. We grabbed the old man and threw him down the well behind the old house. He was just too much of a bastard to die, though. Only broke his legs.
You threw your own father down a well. I guess he must have deserved it. Okay. What's my role in all this?
My brother Ruslan did something he shouldn't, and after this something, he came here to hide in the zone. I've been trying to track him down for months.
Damn. What did he do that would make him hide in a place like this?
That's not important right now. Anyway, my best guess is that he was caught by NAR. I need to meet up with him and ask him some questions. This is very important to me. Search the NAR Mobile Command Center near the old hospital in Pripyat Port. There are some officer uniforms that'll help you infiltrate the power plant. And while you're at it, I want you to look up some info on my brother. Anything you can find on Ruslan Horobets.
Of course.
I knew I could count on you, partner. Stay in touch, just in case. Radio me if you need help.
I will.
Nothing is ever as it seems with Mikhail, is it? What is he dragging you into this time? The NAR fish tank is a very murky and dirty place. Can you really tell the difference between a big fish and a bottom feeder when you meet them?
I'm in position. How is this a good vantage point? No tower? No hill?
Right. You won't need a tower. There should be a control unit nearby. Find it and power it up.
Found it. What is this thing? Mikhail, what are you not telling me? And where is this big fish?
He'll be flying over in a helicopter pretty soon. All you need to do is fire up the missile defense system. The rest is automated. Pretty fucking awesome, right? It's old Soviet technology. I found it totally by chance. Don't tell me that's not a great fucking plan.
What? You want me to shoot down a helicopter? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Au contraire, mon frère. It's the perfectly rational thing to do. Cut off as many of the Hydra's heads as you can!
This is insane, Igor. You've no idea who's on board. I know we want to take down NAR, but blowing unidentified targets out of the sky is a war crime.
I've come this far. Can't back down now. Hitting NAR like this will keep them off balance, distracted. It'll buy me some more time.
Shut up, son. Think of it as Uncle Mikhail's rite of passage. Do it! You did it, man! I knew you had the killer instinct, my little executioner. I'm so fucking proud of you, Igor. Now, go check the crash site for survivors.
Over here.
It's Georgi.
Can't breathe. And my legs. Please, find some medical supplies. Help me.
We have to get you out of here.
No. You go. A search team will be here any minute. They might kill you.
Неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка. Сообщает, что в связи с аварией. Внимание, внимание! Неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка. На Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе Припяти неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка. Внимание, внимание! Городской совет народных депутатов Внимание, внимание! Городской совет народных депутатов на Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе Припяти. Городской совет народных депутатов. Внимание, внимание! На Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе Припяти сообщает, что в связи с аварией на Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе Припяти сообщает, что в связи с аварией внимание, неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка. Уважаемые товарищи, внимание! На Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе Припяти
You fucking tricked me!
Well, now look at you, pretending to be angry. We did great work today, you and I. This is something you won't ever forget.
Why did you want Semenov dead?
I didn't. I thought it was gonna be Kozlov. He's at the top of my list.
How did you know about the air defense system?
This was a top-secret installation, after all. It only makes sense they had a way to counter American spy planes.
No more secrets. What did NAR do to you? Why do you hate them so much?
Kozlov and his henchmen tore this place apart. They expected everyone to fall in line. They rounded up me and my buddies, tortured us, and shot the others through the head, point blank. Me they left alive to send a message. Well, where do we go from here, Igor?
I know we have our differences, but you really ought to stay. I need you here.
Damn right you do. Don't you ever forget that.
Where's Olga? She should be back already. Shit. Olga! Olga, can you hear me? Damn! No answer on the radio. Did the NAR capture her? Or worse? God, I hope she's okay.
So, what does it do, Mousy?
What does what do?
Your magical thingy. Your fancy device. Orana?
Ariadna. It uses low-level radiation measurements to reconstruct past events.
Something like radiocarbon dating.
Well, you surprised me, Tarakan. How do you know about these things?
I don't know, Mousy. They sometimes come to me, unconnected memories and bits of knowledge. The Rat King must be blocking them somehow.
Okay, you're not wrong. It's like carbon dating, but a lot more advanced, and in 3D. You see, every object is a dosimeter in a way, absorbing different types of radiation every millisecond. Ionizing radiation of thorium, potassium, uranium, and even cosmic rays. When it does, it creates a radioactive echo in time and space. With enough data, this echo can be traced and recreated using the fractal VR simulator.
Does this mean you can see the past, Mousy? Is that how you hope to find out the truth about Tatiana and yourself?
That's the idea, yes.
A wise mouse once said, if you want to discover the truth, you need to ask yourself, what is truth? What you're looking for may not be what you find, Mousy.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. Nothing is more important to me than Tatiana.
Don't be so sure, Mousy.
How's it hanging, Professor Egghead?
Michiel, what is that devilish cacophony blasting from our radio?
You're obviously no fucking Gopnik, but you'll learn. This is the music of the zone. But you were born here. How can you not know this stuff?
Well, don't forget I spent many years in the UK. James fucking Bond, remember?
Right. You definitely missed some vital history, like the collapse of the Soviet Union, the Yanayev Uprising, and Hard Bass.
The last one sounds especially ominous. What's that?
Not a big music fan, huh?
I love music. Listening to Tatiana play the violin is one of my fondest memories. Sibelius, Rachmaninoff, Stravinsky, Prokofiev, Shostakovich, even Vivaldi.
Jesus H. Fuck Nugget! You must be like 100 fucking years old!
I'm not, though I feel like it sometimes.
We need to remedy this situation pronto. I want you to listen to Sex, Kvass, and Hard Bass. It'll change your understanding of music forever!
I have absolutely no doubt about that.
Sup, Igor?
I'm okay. What's on your mind?
Exploring Pripyat sometimes reminds me of my life in Moscow when I was a teenager. We used to live in one of those awful cheap flats called Khrushchevka.
I remember that. I used to live in one as well. They were the epitome of communist architecture.
Right. Small, narrow, and claustrophobic. Like a cage made of concrete. A scientist might say its size was inversely proportional to how much the family members hated each other. And somehow it seemed to shrink every year. There was this urban legend going around about the front door being too narrow to fit a coffin through.
I never heard that one.
So, it was better not to die inside. You feel me? I wonder all the time what really happened to my parents. I never even went to their funeral. I had to run. But that's a story for another day, I guess.
I'm really sorry about your parents, Sashko.
Hi, Igor. I trust everything's going well?
Yes. Yes, what about yourself?
I'm as well as can be expected.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
Yes. I've seen some really fucked up shit since I became a soldier of fortune. I fought Somali pirates, trained insurgents in Latin America. I even helped squash an uprising at a diamond mine in Africa.
You never felt what you were doing was somehow wrong?
I never really thought about it. War is all I've ever known. Besides, it's a matter of perspective. To NAR, you and me are the bad guys. Reactionaries, terrorists.
You're overthinking this.
Don't worry. I remember where my loyalties lie, and who's paying me. Besides, I still have a score to settle with that Black Mask freak.
I am ready to continue the great rat catcher's work. Are you?
Time to step up to the mark, Professor.
All right, Igor, what's next?
Are we doing something or not?
You promised your friend something, and now you need to follow through. Sashko is like a live grenade right now. One wrong move, and he'll explode. Be careful.
I'm at the outpost. A lot of firepower here.
Stay low.
I could try my luck, see if I can take them out.
You got balls, I'll give you that. But no, lure them away from the outpost somehow. Use the field radio. I assume Olivier taught you how to fool these robots. Okay, you got a plan. Get to it.
Living on the streets of Moscow teaches you how to think on your feet, huh? I like it. I'm at the radio station.
Good stuff. You know what to do next.
Help! Help! We're under attack! Monsters! God! It just tore Misha to pieces! Ah!
Is this Vova? Sasha? Use the fucking call signs, you moron, and identify yourself!
This is Sasha. Send reinforcements. We're in hot pursuit of our wanted man.
Roger that. Sending team ASAP. Do not engage the enemy. Wait for reinforcements. Do you copy?
That was good, but don't get cocky. It'll get you killed. Now move. Last thing you want is for them to catch up to you and your bullshit.
I see 2 trucks. One of them's loaded with explosives, maybe.
That's odd. Go down there and take a closer look, carefully.
I've got the uniform.
Good. Now see if you can find anything on Ruslan.
Team Rhino to combat ops. Team Rhino to combat ops. Over.
Go ahead, Team Rhino.
False alarm. No enemy contact. We're falling back to the truck. Over and out.
Read me the fucking report, Igor, now!
It seems they caught someone who enlisted under false name. They found out his real identity, Ruslan, and that he was wanted for double homicide in Moscow. My God, Sashko, I'm sorry. I think they killed him in order to deny any involvement.
So, he's dead. I don't get to ask my questions then.
What the hell is so important about these questions? This is your brother.
Yeah, seen this double homicide. It was our parents. I think Ruslan might have been involved in their deaths.
What are you saying? You think Ruslan killed your parents?
I have no idea what happened. I wanted to find out from him directly. Now I never will.
Come on. You know your brother better than that. You and him saved your mum from your abusive asshole of a father. Do you honestly think he would harm her?
Not intentionally, no, but maybe there was an accident, crossfire.
I know you didn't get what you wanted, but you should trust in your memory of Ruslan. I'll see you back at the base.
You're out of your goddamn mind if you think you're going back now. Whatever he did or didn't do, Ruslan is still my brother. I need you to avenge him.
What? You should think things through first. Get some peace of mind.
I don't want peace of mind. I want a piece of them. Mind the place and send those NAR fuckers back to hell.
I'm with you. Ruslan must be avenged.
Appreciate it. Now, on the C4, grab the detonator and hide in the hospital. Wait for the right moment and press the button.
I've got the detonator.
Hide. Wait for those fuckers to come back.
I see them.
Whenever you're ready, but don't hesitate.
Who's that? Some stumblebomb is closing in on the checkpoint. Is that Mikhail's friend?
Blow it up before he gets any closer. Do it. What? No fucking way! That old bastard is way too valuable! Don't you fucking dare!
I did it.
For fuck's sake, he's got important contacts! We drank vodka together!
Sorry. It had to be done.
It had to be. Fuck you! If that really was some vagrant wandering around, I wouldn't give a shit. But he was really fucking useful to me! Fuck!
Bloody fucking hell! You just blew that poor asshole into pieces! Why? Why did you do that? I needed him! You have no idea how this fucks things up for me!
I'm sorry. I know he was your friend.
Nah, he wasn't. But he was really useful. I'm disappointed in you, Igor. You let your emotions cloud your judgment and screw up my business.
This world is doomed, Mousy.
Dial it down a notch. You'll bring the NAR down on us. Or worse.
I can see us all in the devilish clouds, touched by the cold hand from hell. The green swarm is spreading like wildfire, ending everything we know. The Rat King is triumphant, but even he falls prey to the horror he has unleashed.
So, nothing new?
You make fun, Mousy. Well, you do so at your own peril. Tell me, what do you do with something that is broken? Do you fix it? Or do you raze it to the ground?
You're talking about Chernobylight?
I'm talking about the world.
Not sure I follow.
Why do you think the Rat King chose this world for his wrath? It's not because we're so very noble and good, but because we're evil, sinful, and broken. Fundamentally broken. Our actions have invited him in. Since the dawn of time, we've done unspeakable things to our own kind. And to the world we inhabit. Who knows? Perhaps this is our punishment. Perhaps we deserve.
Yes? Deserve what?
Deserve to live our final days in the age of the rat. Either to atone for our faults, or finally be annihilated.
I'm not a philosopher or a mystic, but I believe there's still a chance for us to improve.
That remains to be seen, Mousy. But we are living in the last days. Mark me.
Hey,
but of course I can't.
Actually,
What's up, Dante?
What did you call me?
I was thinking about this book I read once, The Divine Comedy, when it suddenly struck me how much you resemble the main character, Dante.
Yeah?
You know, descending into hell to find his beloved and all that?
I'm impressed, Olivier. I didn't realize you were so well read.
I studied classical literature at the Royal Military College of Canada. And my father was especially keen on Shakespeare. Cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war! God, did that get old.
I knew there was more to you than a soldier for hire, Olivier.
I guess I'm full of surprises. Just like you.
Igor McSpreegor. What's up, Chief?
How's life, Mikhail?
It used to be so much better around here. These NAR assholes are really throwing a chainsaw into my trading operations. It's a pity. Closed cities and nuclear reactors used to be a great place to trade. Uncle Misha, God bless his soul, if he ever had one, used to trade in Ozersk in the 50s. He actually witnessed the construction of the first Soviet reactor. Get this, a huge ass pit in the ground. Thousands of prisoners and soldiers working their asses off. Without heavy machinery, these fuckers were like the slaves building the pyramids.
What you call cool is pretty twisted, Mikhail.
Take a chill pill, Granddad. Don't you get it? It's all chaos. Always has been. Back to the story. The camp guards were totally unprepared to deal with this level of chaos and had to rely on hardened criminals to run the show. Misha told me about this colorful bandit chief who used to sit on a Turkish carpet at the bottom of the pit, giving orders. He wore these puffy, exotic-looking sequined trousers and red shoes with pointy toes. As long as the guards provided vodka and some decent food, he kept all the workers in line.
I find that hard to believe, but hey, who knows?
It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. This place was very fucking special. And Chernobyl was too. Until everything went to shit. God damn it. I miss the olden days.
How are things, Professor?
Hey, Sashko.
About what? I can show you.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
Life on the streets taught me that quick reflexes can mean the difference between coming home and coming home in a box. Sometimes it can help you dodge a bullet. I mean, not literally, but you can remove yourself from harm's way. Let's see if I can teach you some new tricks, old dog. First, breathe from the bottom of your belly. Slowly flex that diaphragm. Feel the air filling you from your toes to the top of your head. Now, don't hold it. Just release it. Not too slow, but not too fast either. Focus on your breathing and repeat the exercise 3 or 4 times. Okay, talk is cheap. I'm gonna fire the rubber bullets at you. You try to anticipate the shot and cover before you get hit. Ha! That was fast. You're pretty spry for an over-the-hill pre-perestroika scientist. Take cover, Igor! You're getting good at this. Take cover, Igor! Nice moves, old-timer. You still got it. Take cover, Igor! Good to see you're still in shape. It'll come in handy. Outstanding. You got the reflexes of a teenage gangbanger on Crystal. I'd take you into my crew. No questions asked. I'm not accustomed to doling out praise, so try and appreciate it. You did good during your training. Nice job.
Wow, it's great to see you, Igor. I've got a fan-fucking-spastic plan that you need to hear.
Yeah, right, of course. Sounds fan-fucking exciting.
Stop bitching and be grateful there's someone here to do the thinking when you're not around. Anyway, listen up. I think the time has come to kill off the biggest knobber of them all.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Who's on your shit list today?
Drum roll, please! General Kozlov, the single biggest NAR twat of them all! Time to end his miserable life. Pay back for what he did to my friends. And for his other shameful deeds, of course. Can't forget that.
You've got friends? That's new.
Very funny. This fucker and his cronies iced my boys. Don't you ever joke about that. You fucking hear me? His lapdogs captured us, tortured us. I got lucky. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of me and left me to die.
What happened? You never wanted to talk about it before.
Having electrodes clipped to your dong is not something you want to relive with casual acquaintances. The 5 of us set up this warehouse together. It was me, Zina, Yuri, Ludmila, and Igor. Like yourself, we were the fucking Pripyat 5. Respected businessmen. And women. We provided, essential goods and services for those who needed them. When NAR showed up, we tried to negotiate with them. But to this decrepit 20th century commie Kozlov, we were just a bunch of hippie anarchists and drug dealers. Anyway, a perfect opportunity to exact revenge on this cocksucker's approaching. He's gonna give some kind of motivational speech to his private army of knobbers outside in Lenin Square.
As much as I admire clean work, shooting him like a lame deer would be a mistake. We should make him talk first, learn everything we can so we can better prepare for a heist. Passwords, codes, guard routines. After we have what we need, then we off him. I also want to ask him about my brother. I need to know why he went to the trouble of killing Ruslan when he was just asking for a job.
We are going to pull the Rat King's teeth, one by one. Kozlov is one of his shiniest fangs and sharpest. But we should question him first. Killing him straight away would waste all the work we put into exposing his big plans, and the end of the world, and all that.
We need Kozlov alive. I'm open to suggestions.
I can definitely help with that. The actual camp is located in Energetic, the former palace of Kocha. There are 2 ways in. The main entrance is probably guarded, of course, but they only post 2 guards at the side door. You know the place, right?
Yeah. I lived here a long time ago, but some of the details are fuzzy.
It's not complicated. Those NAR fuckers just walked in and make themselves at home. The front entrance is a no-go, but the side door will be a breeze. The guard detail is very light, insultingly so. And that's where you come in, or go in, or whatever. Kozlov's digs are on the top floor. Once you get inside, it shouldn't be hard for a man of your talents to slip past the guards. Security is a bit of a joke, like every fascist you ever met. They got cocky. They're not expecting anyone to snoop around. And remember, most of them will be distracted by Kozlov's speech. Maybe he'll even put them to sleep for us.
This is a great opportunity, Mousy. The Rat King's minion will be vulnerable, alone, just waiting for you. The time has come to instill the fear of the great rat catcher in their black and shriveled hearts.
Okay, I'm ready to talk to Kozlov.
What's our next move, boss?